So love, because honestly, the world nowadays is a broken world.
People who you might not know super well, but really need that love.
Love is a big word.
Because I think happiness comes from simply expanding upon and showing gratitude for what we have.
And therefore we invest in others, and sometimes the people we invest in, there's no reciprocation, and that pushes us even further away.
Three words. It's tough. I think I'll do the translation. I'll do seize the day. But, yeah, carpe diem. Gotta live in the moment.
Awesome. And what does that mean to you personally?
It means that, you know, just making the most of every single day, just like being present in the moment. So like if you're with your family, like, be there with your family. If you're with your friends, be present, you know. Like so many times we're like on our phones, or we're like just minds elsewhere. We're like worried about thinking about the past, or we're like too busy thinking about the future. It's like you can't control the past, that's done with, and you can't predict the future. So the only thing that you can control is right now. So be present.
The three words that I read the world is respect, love, and faith. I say respect because people lose the tend respect of themselves, and since they don't have respect for themselves, they don't respect the other person. They expect the other person to say a certain answer to their question, but they don't accept the answer that is given to them. See what I mean? So love, because honestly, the world nowadays is a broken world, in my opinion. There's not enough love. There's not acceptance. There's not a lot of acceptance. There's not a lot of love, and also respect, like I said before. And faith, because in order to move forward in this world, you have to have faith in whatever you see, believe, and you move with, you know? And those are the three words that I use.
3 words. I would have to go with spread more love. That's 3. That's
Awesome.
what I'm going with.
Why is that so important to you?
I think that in general, society today, and especially in New York City, has become so atomized. People mostly just stick in their own world, and they don't oftentimes try to insert themselves into the lives of others. And I think that apathy is so widespread, we don't really look out for each other. And I think that spreading love, you know, to your friends, family, people close to you, but even more so people who, you know, maybe strangers, people who you might not know super well, but really need that love. It goes so far, and it means so much to them. And, you know, the other way around, it means so much to us as well. And so to the extent that we can bring love into the lives of each other whenever possible, it will reciprocate, and it'll go around, and it'll help us all, you know, feel closer and be more close-knit.
I'd say that we have to listen to each other more and less fighting. Is that 3 words? Listen, I guess the word number 1. Compassion, the word number 2. Because I feel that, again, it's all about understanding where everybody comes from. And the word number 3 is, I guess it's not about the world, but more about the United States. Healthcare. I think if we have a universal healthcare, a lot of problems will disappear. A lot of people would be able to go to work. Because right now, if you Medicaid, you're not allowed to make so much money, above a certain amount of money, and therefore people don't want to go to work and lose the healthcare, because healthcare is more important than the little money they can bring. But if we decouple the healthcare from the work and allow people to work and receive healthcare at the same time, a lot more people are going to go to work, a lot more people are going to pay tax.
3 words would be patience, give, and love.
Okay. And why is that important to you?
Love is a big word. Patience is don't take life too serious, and then I feel like it's more important to give than to take.
Enjoy the moment.
And why is that important to you?
Because it's all we have. What I have right now, I don't have the past, I don't have the future. The only thing I can focus on, the only thing I see around me is the present. I see you in front of me, I see the beautiful trees, I see this gorgeous park, I hear the river in the distance. That is the world that exists to me right now. The moment is all we have, so we might as well enjoy it. We might as well appreciate it, because I think happiness comes from simply expanding upon and showing gratitude for what we have in the present moment. So just enjoy it, it's all we have.
I think look for truth.
And And why is that important to you?
Because I think nowadays in the world, in the whole world, I think we live like in imagined worlds, not in the real world. So for me, the main thing is like in every aspect of your life, look for truth. It's the most important thing for me.
3 words: you come first.
Wow. And why is that important to you?
It is important because we're of the notion that if we just focus on ourselves, then we're selfish. It's not necessarily being selfish. We have to take care of ourselves before we're able to take care of others. And when I say that, it's not being egocentric. It's basically you focus on your own mindfulness, taking care of you. Because one of the greatest problems I believe we have in society right now is mental issue. And every last one of us, to a certain extent, we're messed up a little bit in our minds. And sometimes we're not able to navigate ourselves out of that space on our own. And therefore we invest in others, and sometimes the people we invest in, there's no reciprocation, and that pushes us even further away. So if we can take care of our own 4 dimensions, there are 4 dimensions of life that I espouse. The physical, taking care of your physical being. Your mental, taking care of your mental space. Your social, make sure that you intentionally have a social life. You've got to do that because you get so busy doing all the other things. And then the other dimension is spiritual dimension. Whoever you consume that supreme being to be, and it's not just going to a house of worship, a mosque, a church, or whatever on Sunday. Spirituality is basically love yourself, love others, care for others like you care for yourself. But you can't really care for others unless you care for yourself. I'm a spiritual person, I'm not religious, but there's a scripture I draw from sometimes that says, love your neighbor as yourself. So if you don't love yourself, how can you love your neighbor? And that is a part of the problem in our society, that we're treating the symptoms and not the real issue. People are marred, people are being exposed to narcissism, people are hurting, people are trying to pull themselves up by the bootstraps, and they're not able to do that on their own. So hurting people hurt people. So if we can get to that place where we put ourselves first, we take care, I said, of those 4 dimensions, the physical, the mental, spiritual, and the social, and then we'll be healthy enough to help others. We can help others better when we put ourselves in a good space.